Yo, 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 what's good, Karma Nation? It's your boy Tristan, aka Throughout to DFS, back once again with DFS Karma. Welcome to another episode of NBA DFS DraftKings Picks for Saturday, October 30th, 2021, powered by DraftKings and DFS Karma, where I do a breakdown of the games for the slate as well as give you guys the top picks from each game. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to this YouTube channel so you do not miss out on any of our free media content or our live streams. Comment as well if you do like our content or have any questions. We try to get back to everyone as soon as possible. Also, make sure you're in our free chat room where we're discussing DFS 24/7 all day, every day. Go to chatdfs.com to get in for free. Links are down in the description below to go to our socials, our core plays, final thoughts, our other content, etc. With that being said, let's go ahead and get started. It's a 10-game slate on this Saturday, so there's a ton to get through. Bear with me here. It might be a little long, but I'm going to try to get through it as fast as I can for y'all. Orlando at Detroit, first game on the slate. Yeah, let's go. Orlando on a back-to-back. Markelle Fultz out, Chuma Okeke out, Michael Carter-Williams out, Etuan Moore out, and Jonathan Isaac out as well. This is the battle of the two not-so-great teams. I do think Detroit is better than Orlando here. They should have the upper hand. People from Orlando that I'm liking, Mo Bamba at 6.5K, had a crazy huge game tonight. I do think that he's viable for tomorrow as well. He's only 6.5K with a huge ceiling. Cole Anthony at 6.4K. I thought he was too expensive for his production, but it looks like he figured it all out. He's starting to drain threes a ton. He's starting to just make shots. Before he wouldn't make any shots, but he would have these good peripheral stat lines, and now he's making shots, so he's putting it all together. Jalen Suggs, 4.9K. He had a good game yesterday. He's still cheap here. His floor is a little bit low, but he has a high ceiling. He's definitely worth a look in GBPs and maybe even cash. On the Detroit side, we got Jeremy Grant probable, Cade Cunningham not on the injury report, so he's going to be playing tomorrow for the first time in his NBA career. In the regular season, I should add, because he did play in summer league, but he has not played in the regular season, so that's gonna be big for him. I'm not liking a ton here with Cade coming back. He's gonna be taking minutes away from all the guards, maybe even the 3 spot for Sadiq. So we could see him move to the 4 a little bit, but he's gonna take minutes and usage away from everyone. So I'm not liking too much here for the first game. Besides the Orlando side, next game, New York Knicks at the New Orleans Pelicans. New York Knicks side, we got Nerlens Noel out. Julius Randle is in a sort of revenge game, but he is pricey at 9.8. We know he has a 60-ish ceiling. It's a good match for him as Pelicans play with a bunch of pace, but Julius has been a little dull as of late. This is a perfect bounce back spot for him, though. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw 55 plus from him today. RJ Barrett's cheap at 5.6, but Kemba Walker's cheaper at 5.3. Last video I did say I would take RJ Barrett over Kemba Walker every day of the week, but now with Kemba looking like he's figuring it out, you could take him here for sure. He's cheap at 5.3. He does have a floor of about 30 minutes. Tom Thibodeau doesn't seem like he wants to play him past like 32, 33 minutes. Of course, we got Rose there as well, so you just got to be wary of that. Taj Gibson might be worth a punt at 3.1K as he's been playing, I think, 15 to 16, 17, 18 minutes. On the Pelicans side, they're on a back-to-back. They played Sacramento last night. Garrett Temple's questionable because he was out yesterday. No news on him yet. Zion Williamson is still out. Josh Hart came back yesterday. He played, I think, about 15-ish minutes. So he's going to be taking away some minutes and usage from the players, some rebounds from the players. New York does have a tough defense, so you got to be wary about that when you're choosing some of these players, but they are in some good spots. Javonte Green, 6K. He does close the game. He's not a bad price for sure. He could hit 30 in this matchup and pay off his salary for sure, but I'm not sure if I'm going to go there. I'm fading Nickeil Alexander-Walker until he starts to close the game, until Willie Green trusts him to close the game. He's shooting awful from the field. I'm not even going to talk about him. He literally tilts me right now. Brandon Ingram's in an interesting spot after 2 bad shooting nights. 8.3K. They're going to need him out there to score to be able to keep up with the Knicks. Ingram is definitely an interesting play tomorrow, or I guess tonight. Toronto and Indiana, next game on the slate. Both teams are on a back-to-back. On the Toronto side, Pascal Siakam out, Yuta Watanabe out, and Aaron Baines out as well. I'm thinking this is a bounce-back spot for Fred VanVleet and OG Anunoby. These teams just played, I think, not last game, which was yesterday, 2 games ago, I would say. They just played each other, almost the same situation. Malcolm Brogdon was out, and well, he's going to be questionable tomorrow because we don't have information yet, but he did sit yesterday, so almost the same scenario. Fred VanVleet, OG Anunoby, I like them both tomorrow. Gary Trent at 4.6K is very nice. I'm probably going to have a ton of him tomorrow. And you can also look at Scotty Barnes, who's been getting minutes through the roof lately. He's like minute proof. This dude's been getting like 35 to 40 minutes a game. Perfect for fantasy. He's like your perfect fantasy player with those minutes. Peripheral stats, scores the ball, long passes. Like, what else do you want? On the Indiana side, Malcolm Brogdon, like I mentioned, questionable. He was out yesterday. Karis LeVert, questionable. He was out yesterday as well. He was close to playing yesterday, I think. But he ended up sitting out last minute. Wouldn't be surprised to see him here today. Keelan Martin out, TJ Warren out, Isaiah Jackson out. Regarding the players on this team, we do need news here before I even debate on whether I want to roster them or not. We'll break it down in the Karma chat once news pops. So get in there, be square, be round, whatever. Just get in there. We'll talk about it. And yeah, you'll benefit. Atlanta at Philly, next game on the slate. Bogdanovich is probable. Onyeka Okongwu is out. Almost everyone is healthy now for this Atlanta Hawks team, so this should be a good competitive game. If Clint could see about 30 minutes without getting into foul trouble, I do like him in GPPs, maybe 27 to 30, just because I do think he's still in some sort of weird minutes limit. Bogdanovich, not that bad of value at 5.2K. He does have I would say a ceiling of like 30-ish. This is me including the entire team being healthy again and taking minutes away and all that stuff. So I do think he has like a ceiling around 30-ish in this matchup. So he's definitely worth a look there. On the Phillies side, we got Joel Embiid questionable like always. Ben Simmons out. Grant Riller out. So regarding Embiid, I think he's going to play, of course, again. He's going to be questionable every single damn slate. It's looking like there's a cap of around 30 to 32, 33 minutes for Embiid, unless there is an OT, I'm guessing. So he did pop off last night, 2 nights ago. I did have him. I did have a little bit of him. Not a lot though, not as much as I wanted, especially at that low ownership. But I mean, he's gonna have a very good matchup against Atlanta. I'm not sure who else I'm liking here besides Joel. Because Shake Milton just came back. He's worth a punt for sure. 3.2K. He had 24.3 DK points in his debut. Only 15 minutes, I believe. I can show it. No, you can barely see it. 16 minutes in his debut. So the minutes aren't a ton there, but he did have a lot of usage off the bench. So that's something to know if you want to run him as a punt. Next game, I'm liking this game a lot. Utah at Chicago. On the Utah side, Hassan Whiteside probable, Eric Paschall probable, Mike Conley out, which is huge, and Rudy Gay still out. People I'm liking. Donovan Mitchell, I do think he's going to be a great play tomorrow. This game should stay close. Rudy Gobert, 8.2K, also a great play tomorrow. And then if you do think that Donovan Mitchell gets shut down a little bit by Lonzo, then you can roster both Jordan Clarkson at 5.4 and Bogdanovich at 5.2. These two guys should be getting a ton of shots with Mike Conley out now. We'll have to see who closes the game, because I know, of course, Royce is going to be there. He's actually not bad of play here. He's worth a look at 4.5K. Maybe increased rebounding. He's going to have a couple more shots too. But I really wonder who they're going to close out with Mike Conley out. They did do it with Joe and Jordan Clarkson, I think, on-off last year. So that's going to be a toss-up for sure. But I do like the Utah Jazz here tonight. On the Chicago side, we got Kobe White out, and then Patrick Williams will be out for the season after dislocating his wrist. RIP. He was a good part of the Chicago team. They needed a ton of defense. So, I mean, he was perfect for this spot. but now he's going to be out. So watch who starts here. If Javonte Green starts, who did start for him in the preseason, and actually he balled out. He had a ton of peripheral stats. He blocked steals, and then he scored the bucket, or he scored a ton of buckets in this spot as well. But he's at 3.2K. He might be very good value if he starts. So monitor that. Alex Caruso 4.2K. He's going to be getting most of the minutes now with Patrick Williams out. So I believe that Javonte Green and Alex Caruso will be splitting those minutes Patty got, and on top of their original minutes as well. So the other people are kind of pricey. I do like Zach LaVine here, even though last time I mentioned he had a torn ligament in his thumb, his shooting hand, which is not ideal if you're a shooter, and that he is. So I would be careful if I were rostering him tonight, but I do like him just because he's 8.2K. The usage is still there. It didn't look like it bothered him too much. But DeRozan did get the most shots, field goal attempts out of the entire team that last game versus New York. So that's something to note. We could see a bounce back game from Lonzo here. I doubt it, but if you do want to try and ship something, Lonzo isn't a bad play. He has triple-double potential every slate. So Miami at Memphis, next game on the slate. Miami is on a back-to-back here, and the only person out is Victor Oladipo. But I wouldn't be surprised to see some sort of rest here. I did read a tweet where Spoelstra said that everyone's available today. He's not sure about tomorrow. I'm not too sure how much weight that holds because Spoelstra lies sometimes. So if there is no rest, Jimmy Butler's interesting at 8.6K. He just had a huge game yesterday. I hate playing players off of big nights, especially on a back-to-back. So I might not go here, but he might be popular tomorrow with his recent games and him being only 8.6. So Tyler Hero also worth a leg at 6.6K. He has a ceiling of like around 40 now. I guess he's draining shots off the bench. He's not missing too many, so he's definitely worth a look in GPPs. Besides that, I don't know if I like anyone else. Bam had a huge night last night, but I don't think I'll go to him here again just because he's going to be going against Steven Adams. Steven Adams is a formidable defender, so I'm not too sure if I'd go anywhere else here. On the Memphis side, Dillon Brooks is questionable. There is no update from him yet. He was supposed to be, I guess there's supposed to be an update for him since he was ruled out for the entire road trip. They're back at home now, so we'll see the news tomorrow probably regarding Dillon Brooks. If he does sit though, Desmond Bane's still too cheap at 5.3K. D'Anthony Melton also cheap at 5.4K for their production. They put up like 30s a game. Desmond Bane more consistent than Melton, so I'd probably roll Desmond Bane if I were to choose one of them. Of course, they play different positions, so you could even roll both. Steven Adams at 5.5K, also nice. I think he's going to be needed a lot to guard Bam Adebayo, and I probably wouldn't touch anyone else here just because of the matchup and their prices being a little bit up there. Next game, ooh, this is going to be a good one. San Antonio and Milwaukee. So let's go with the San Antonio side first. We got Doug McDermott out, which is huge because I think he scored like 20 points against this Milwaukee team their last game about 2 games ago. So it's going to be huge. They're going to need some offense somewhere. I do think Lonnie Walker is good bounce back value here at 4.9K. He's going to be starting, I believe, again. Devin Vassell, also good value. 27 minutes against a team that is weak against wing shooters, which is what he is, a wing shooter. So I do think he's in a great spot here. Jacob Poitl, he did have, 36 DK points against this Milwaukee team the other night. I do think he's in a pretty decent spot again. I do think he'll probably get around 35 again in this spot. He might have to guard Giannis because I think Giannis is going to start at center again. We'll see how that goes. Maybe even Thanasis. He might guard Thanasis, but I can't really think of who will guard Giannis besides maybe Keldon Johnson, who also tilts me off the face here. Y'all know what I mean. My guy's Joey Mole. But yeah, that's all I can think about. I do like Derek White here as well. He had a very good game against Milwaukee last time out. Him and DeJounte Murray don't have to deal with Drew Holiday anymore, so Derek White is worth a look. And then DeJounte Murray in GBPs definitely with triple-double potential. He won't have Drew guarding him. It's going to be a fast-paced game. They're going to need some offense. On the Milwaukee side, Dante DiVincenzo out, Brook Lopez out, Bobby Portis is going to be out after playing one game in his debut. He's going to be out for conditioning matters, and then Drew Holiday is out as well. Like I said, the teams just played each other, but this time Drew's going to be out, so it's going to be a lot different. I am liking Giannis Antetokounmpo, one of my core plays tomorrow. If you read my core plays article, you will see the reasoning there. Chris Middleton, definitely not out of the picture. Worth a look, 7.8K, a little pricey. He needs like around 40 to 45. Pat Connaughton's good value at 4.5K. I do love me some Pat Connaughton tomorrow. 30 plus minutes, around 10 plus shots. Yeah, not much more needs to be said. Pat Connaughton, like him tomorrow. More than Grayson Allen too, of course. And then George Hill is cash value for the guard position because he's playing, I think, 30 minutes a game right now with Drew Holiday out. And he can definitely get there. Next game, OKC at Golden State. So this is a rematch of the game they had a little bit ago. This is a different circumstance though because OKC was home last time. Golden State, I think, went down 15 or some in the first quarter and then came back towards the end and won. That tells a lot about them, actually. They look pretty good too. I don't think they fall flat like how they did in the first quarter, like that last game. So I do believe there's blowout potential here. On the OKC side, I'm not too sure what to do here. Personally, I'm thinking about fading this entire situation. Shea, Giddey, Bazley, they're all cheap. All these guys are cheap for sure. But I don't know. I'm just not having a good feeling about this game. I'm probably going to take a stand and fade all of OKC besides maybe Josh Giddey at 5K, who can put up numbers for sure in a short amount of time. And he does have a knack for getting peripherals. So I do think that Josh Giddey's in play at 5K. On the Golden State side, we have Damian Lee questionable. If Damian sits, Jordan Poole might get more minutes for sure. He's not. He's been. I mean, he starts for sure, but he's been a little bit out of the rotation sometimes when Steve Kerr wants to use his guys like Gary Payne, Otto Porter, Iguodala. He closes with Iguodala, so Juan Toscano, Anderson, they all get minutes, and he usually runs a deep rotation, so we don't even know what he's going to do tomorrow if Damian Lee sits. But in this scenario, I would either stack this game or I would completely fade it because I don't know if there's going to be one-offs from this game that will end up making or breaking a takedown or not. So Denver at Minnesota. This is a game I like. Denver's on a back-to-back. Nikola Jokic was ruled in hella late last night. So watch for news if he were to rest today. I'm not too sure if he would or not yet, but definitely keep that in your mind. Vlatko Kanker is out. Jamal Murray out as well. I'm liking Aaron Gordon at 5.1K. Will Barton is consistent, super consistent, so he's worth a look in cash. And then we gotta, again, if Jokic is out, then all those two guys, JaMychal Green, Jeff Green, they're all in play as well, because they're gonna need some size for sure against Towns. So JaMychal Green, Jeff Green, Michael Porter Jr., Will Barton, Aaron Gordon, and then Monte Morris. All those dudes will be in play because Nikola Jokic is basically the entire damn team. So if he sits, then it's going to be a lot to go around. It's going to be a lot of food to eat. On the Minnesota side, they got no injuries. I'm liking D'Angelo Russell at 6.8K. This is more of a GPP play for me. He does have a super low floor, and yes, damn, I rostered him during those 2 floor-ass games. And then I missed the game against Milwaukee. I think I had him in like one line. Like one line. I missed him against Milwaukee. And I'm not too good at nailing D'Angelo Russell yet. So we'll see. I do like him at 6.8K. Jared Vanderbilt started last game, put up like 30 DK points in 30 minutes. So we need news that he'll start because the Minnesota coach did say that they are doing their starting lineups by matchup. So in this case, he would be going against Aaron Gordon. I'm not sure if they'd use Vanderbilt. I'm pretty sure they would use Vanderbilt over Okogie in this matchup, just because I'm not sure if Okogie is big enough to guard Aaron Gordon. Let's do some Let's do some Googling of the heights. 6'9", Aaron Gordon, and what's the dude's name? Gosh, I told you. 6'9" and 6'4". Definitely gonna go Jared Vanderbilt tomorrow, in my opinion. So Jared Vanderbilt is in play. 6'9" to 6'4" difference, pretty big, pretty wide gap. So that's that. Anthony Edwards at 7.8K has been super consistent, averaging over 40 DK points a game at 7.8. Tough matchup, I think, in a little bit against Denver. So not sure if I'd go there. Pat Beverly has been good value 3 games in a row. I'm just looking for when he dud. I'm probably going to play him, and he's going to dud, so I would avoid him tonight because I might have him. But yeah, he's been having, I think, 20-plus DK points consistently every game. Pretty nice. I just didn't ride that wave. Cleveland at Phoenix rounds out the end of the slate. Cleveland's on a back-to-back after losing to my Lakers last night. Mine and Mo's Lakers. Gotta plug that. Isaac Okoro's on questionable because he did sit last night. Yeah, they on a back-to-back, so we don't have any update there. I'm not really liking too many here. I guess no one at all. Phoenix is the tough matchup on a back-to-back, so it's going to be tough for them. I know that Ricky Rubio did have a crazy game yesterday against the Lakers, and if the other Cavs guards are struggling, then Ricky Rubio might get plugged in and then just do what he got to do. It is a low-key revenge game for him. Obviously, it's not that crazy, but he might have himself another game. Who knows? Evan Mobley could be in play, but Ayton is a tough matchup. So when Jarrett is off the floor, he's going to be going against Ayton, and Ayton's pretty tough defensively. So, but when Jarrett is on the floor, and I do think they overlap minutes a ton, he's going to be playing against Jay Crowder, I think, unless Monty Williams decides to sub him out and put someone that's Mobley's height, but he should have that height advantage against Jay when he's in. On the Phoenix side, Cameron Payne out, Dario Saric out. Nothing too big here. I'm liking McCall Bridges at 5.1K. Not too much though. He is worth a look. DeAndre Ayton had a 52 DK point game, and he got his price reduced by 100. Yeah, he's definitely in play. 6.5K, really cheap. He has a high ceiling. They're gonna need bigs against this Jarrett Allen Evan Mobley combo. So not bad there. I know AD didn't do too well tonight against the two duo towers, but DeAndre Ayton might have a better time. Still not sure yet about it, but he's definitely in play at 6.5K. And regarding Devin Booker, Chris Paul, one or the other seems to go off and hit value or above value each game. Booker was the last 2 games. Chris Paul was the first 2 games. So it's hard to tell which one now, but one of them goes off each game. So you're gonna have to try and play that guessing game. Maybe they both don't go off this game because it's a blowout. Who knows? But those are different scenarios that you're gonna have to play in your head when making these decisions. So yeah, that rounded out the last game of the slate. Thank you for watching this NBA DFS DraftKings Picks video for Saturday, October 30th. Again, if you liked the video, please go ahead, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the DFS Karma YouTube channel for more daily media content and our live streams. I appreciate you guys all for watching. Enjoy your weekend. Have a good day. And as always, it's your boy Tristan, aka Sriracha DFS. Good luck in your contests tonight and have yourselves going. I'm out. Peace.